Alright, what's good guys? So, trying to make any progress I can. It's after work, and I brought the Hilux home after we went forward driving, so I didn't take it back to the shed. It's sitting in my driveway. Now, the suspicion I've got with it not idling when we took it forward driving the other day is, I'll show you. So it's a 4Y, 2.3 litre carbureted, pretty gutless, but there's this part of a wiring loom on here. 4 wires. What do we got? Red, red, black, black. Actually, what looks to be, it's covered with heat shrink, well, like a, I don't know, a protector of some sort. It's actually 3 red wires and 1 black wire. I'm not sure what they do, but I figure they're some sort of what would you call it, like an electronic choke, because factory, the other cab didn't have like a manual choke lever in it. So I would say they're a manual choke or an automated choke, electric choke. So I'm thinking that inside the other cab, these wires ran somewhere in my rusty cab to some sort of control module, and something controlled the electronic carburetor, and it was able to control its air-fuel ratios with, you know, somehow. Because most carburetor motors that I've ever seen, they don't normally have an oxy sensor. So this one here's got an O2 sensor. It's not hooked up. The only reason I could see the need for an oxy sensor or an O2 sensor in a carbureted motor is if the carburetor could do some sort of electronic tuning. Because really, what's the point in reading the O2 sensor? What's the point in reading the exhaust gases in a carbureted truck or a carbureted motor when, even if it's rich, carburetors generally can't adjust themselves by themselves without you having to manually adjust it. So there's no real point in having an O2 sensor in my mind. But I'm thinking if it's got an O2 sensor, there's obviously got to be some sort of factory control module that's able to richen it up, you know, put in a bit of choke, lean it out, whatever. Yeah, do some sort of wizardry. So we'll go to the shed, look through the cut up cab that I've got, and hopefully find some sort of clues, hints to what I'm missing to make this run. If any of you out there have any experience or any knowledge, or what I'm saying is complete rubbish, throw it down in the comments, because I really don't know. But I know this motor used to idle when we took it forward driving the first time. It was a good few weeks ago. I'll throw a quick clip in now.
Fuck! No power steering sucks!
You're going to come off that lump in the front.
That's the fucker.
When we had it forward driving out then, it idled, it ran sweet as, it wasn't cutting out, it wasn't missing. Whereas now it's running, but it's a fucking dog, man. So yeah, we'll head to the shed, try and find something, find some clues, and we'll go from there. Alright, we are here. Let's get that warm double brown. Precious. Nice. Holy fuck, that's warm. Alright, so I'll drag that part of the dashboard out and start having a look in it and see if I can find some sort of computer module with about 4 to 5 wires on it, because that's what's coming out of the carburetor. So if I can find something on there similar, then that's probably what my carburetor is missing to run sweet. I've dragged the dashboard or the firewall in from outside straight away. found this little box here. Now, I know it's probably not going to focus and let you read it, but basically there it says Emission Control Fujitsu Limited, made in Japan. So without that, I think my idle's all up to shit. It's stalling out on me, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to actually get my impact driver out of my van, throw a socket on it, and strip that dashboard, because I don't know, might be some good parts for someone there. I might as well keep the dashboard, you know, those sorts of things. I certainly want to keep stuff like the master cylinder and the clutch reservoir, so I need to pull that all off it, and then the rest of it needs to go to scrap. So I'm going to pull some tools out and crack another warm double brown and strip this. Alright, it's not completely stripped, but I have got it's stripped enough, and there's all the parts that have come out of it. So I've got the interior loom out of it, well, not the interior loom, but I've got the loom out of the interior, yes, the interior loom, I guess. I've got the interior loom out of it, so there it all is there. So now what I'm going to do is our little emission control box, which is what I think is stopping my engine from idling. I've lost it. Somewhere in here is a plug. Somewhere is a plug. Shit. Hang on. How far? Somewhere. Okay, so here is the plug for the emission control. Emission control. So now I'm going to go through and cut off the tape, and I want the wiring that goes to this. I want to find out where these wires go. I wouldn't have had to pull all of this out because that's just a mess. I was hoping that it just went into here and then through this bung into the engine, but it doesn't. There's a couple of wires that fuck off into here somewhere, so I need to find out where they're going and why, and hopefully we can sort this out. And I know my camera's out of focus right now. It's a fucking heap of shit. Nikon, you can suck a dick. Alright, I've made it so far with de-splicing the loom and finding out where these wires go from the little emission control unit just there. Is this camera out of focus? Fuck. But it's about 6:30 now, and I'm 4 warm double browns deep, and fuck man, I'm starting to get hungry. So I'm gonna throw that little emission control unit in my van and head home and have a Google on it and see exactly what it does, because I still haven't Googled it. And that's my answer for everything. That's how I fix shit, man. Uncle Google. So yeah, she's still reasonably early. I got work tomorrow, you know. Alright, well, I'm back home now. I'm gonna have a bit of a Google on that emission control module that I found. Parked the truck up on the back lawn there with Cliff Dog, the big red ute. So both down there looking snazzy. And we got the R31 just sitting there waiting for another drift event. I'd certainly go hit some more drift events, but just haven't got the funds, bro. So hopefully in the new year I'll save some money over the next few months, hopefully, and in the new year we'll get it out and see some more track time, because it was a hell of a lot of fun, and I was just starting to sort of get the hang of how to get that 30E really manging. So yeah, hopefully I have some luck on this emission control module. Like I said earlier, if any of you have any ideas, throw it in the comments below. I know someone posted on my last video that a trick with the carbies. I know there's a few tricks with carbies. I know one of them, I used to know, you take the carby lid off, you rev the fuck out of it, and you put your hand over it, and what vacuums there will cause the jets to suck through any shit, and it'll clean it's basically a real easy way of cleaning the carby, and I have done that before and with great success, but I know that's not the case this time. I'm pretty sure it's that yeah, there's something in that carburetor that's a little bit smarter than just a normal carburetor, and it's causing it to run rich and choke itself and then foul up the spark plugs and fuck. So yeah, smash us a comment, like, subscribe. See you next time.